Hi, this is Dr. Pam Jarbo, and I am bringing you a goldfish moment from Groton, Massachusetts. And what I mean by a goldfish moment is that the BBC recently released a study that says that the average person has a 9-second attention span, which is the same as the brain of a goldfish. It used to be when we worked on farms that we had a 20-minute attention span, and that has decreased dramatically due to the internet. And so, as a person who is trying to grow a chiropractic office, it's important that we understand that we only have people's attention for 9 seconds. It's a really important concept for us to think about. Now, I am assuming that you are above average intelligence, and so I have more than 9 seconds in order to have a conversation with you. And so, along those lines, if you'll stick with me, I think there's going to be some great content in this video. I recognize that some of our marketing, what happens is we want to prove something to people. We want to prove what we know. We want to teach them everything we've got. We want to share what we have because we're so excited and we feel so passionate about chiropractic and what it has to offer. And that can be damaging for that 9 seconds. And I wanted to ask you to change your mind about what you think about your initial marketing to be. That initial marketing is basically a way of getting people to open the door. So imagine that you are this person on the outside of a door, and on the inside of the door are all the people that you want to take care of. What you need is a way to get the door open first. And that's mostly what your marketing is. You can't build a relationship in 9 seconds. You cannot share the enormity of the information, the wealth of knowledge that you have. You cannot share that in 9 seconds. But what you can do is find a way to use your natural, hidden strengths to authentically connect with people emotionally in order to get them to open the door. And then you can begin to build a relationship, to create a tribe, to start a movement. But in the beginning, you just have to open the door. And so I think sometimes in our chiropractic marketing, we're jumping ahead instead of just recognizing that we need a moment to emotionally connect. And we all do that differently. Some people do it by sort of being rebellious and, being anti-medicine, and anti the man. And some people do it by being overpowering and being superior. And we all have different ways of doing this. And in practice, for me, I was watching some of my male mentors, and I just couldn't find a way for me to do authentically what I do. What are my hidden strengths? And so I had to dig deep, basically, to find a way that I could share or create my 9-second moment to emotionally connect with people. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what I found out in my searches. I have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching. I saw that that's what successful people do, so I did that. I spent money on chiropractic coaching, personal growth coaching. I will tell you, one of the most exciting things I've done is that I'm now working with some of the top marketers in the country, and I'm in a mastermind in which I'm learning so much about how to market, and I really am excited to share some of those things with you today. And so I want to talk about how competitive it is for us to get attention. So think about if you were a person that was looking for the love of your life. You might go to a website like Match.com. And so we were talking about this in our staff meeting the other day, and we decided to do a little research. So we went onto the site. What we found out is that they say they have 17 million unique users on Match.com per month. 51% of those are women and 49% are men. So let's say you're a guy and you're looking for the love of your life. You have 8.5 million competitors to find the love of your life when you go onto Match.com. And so you have to be thoughtful about how to advertise yourself in order to get what it is that you want. You're fighting for attention, and you're also looking, once you get attention, in order to continue to build a relationship. So when we looked at Match.com, we found some very funny examples, which I will not print out for you because of privacy. But one of the things I heard is that the most common subject line for people's profile is the word hi. And so we were talking about that's a very neutral thing to do in your profile, but it will not get you attention and will not get you noticed. And so other people look for attention by being really rebellious, like saying, raunchy or scandalous things, in their subject line. And of course, in the staff, meeting, we were talking about how that really isn't effective. It's shocking, but it isn't effective at building a relationship. And so also people had contradictory things, like they would have a cigarette in their mouth and saying that they were health conscious, or that they were looking for someone who liked to be outdoorsy, and then they said they were, a person that was low energy and not lazy, but in an energy saving mode, and just all these crazy things that were really contradictory. And so we got to thinking about, like, what if we were to craft a message that was just really pure and really simple? What is it that we would want to say? And so what we got to talking about is that in thinking about that, creating a message, we actually had to think about who was it that we would want to attract. And it's very similar for your practice. And so I want you to think about who is on the other side of that door. How do you open the door, but then how do you build a relationship with the type of person that you're looking for? So for me, and in our office, what we knew we wanted was women who were aged 35 to 55, because we read recently that this is the most influential buying group of people, and so they spend the most money, and they also make the healthcare decisions. So we wanted to have our marketing conversation appeal to these people, and so we created a questionnaire, which I'm going to share with you. It is underneath this video, and that questionnaire got all of us in our office thinking about who are these people that we want to invite into our practice. What do they want? What do they think about? Where do they shop? What are the things they like? What delights them? What worries them? What keeps them up late at night? How do we move chiropractic into a place that has a high value for them in regards to these things? And so that conversation really got my staff excited, and we started to realize that there were things that we could do in our marketing and in our pre-marketing, just our initial conversation, and also in our procedures around the office that would really delight this group of people. Now, you might be different. You might want to work with mixed martial artists, or people in your local health club, or artists, or a football team. Everybody has something different that they're looking for, or kind of feel to their practice. And so I want you to really think about, who do you want to open the door to you, and what kind of relationship do you want to build with them? And before you do any action in your marketing, have that conversation, because everything is going to come from that place. And so if you would, print out the PDF that is right below this video, and take 5 to 7 minutes just to fill it out. It will not take long. You can brainstorm with the people who are already around you in your office and get to thinking about who is it that you want to open the door. This takes a very short amount of time, but it will go deep and far in building the practice of your dreams. The rate of implementation for successful people is directly related to their success. So the longer you take to do some action step, the slower your success rate. So I really encourage you, if you are a person who really cares about making a difference and you really want to help people, download that form and fill it out. It'll take a short amount of time and it'll make a big difference. This is the first in a series of 3 videos. So tomorrow you'll get another video that'll tell you what to do once the door opens up. There's a lot of really good content that I paid a lot for, so I hope you'll enjoy it and use it well. Thanks for all you do.